Well, after about 52 phone calls to the head coach of the Rockvale Rockets, and we just were on the phone with Kit Hartsfield, and I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm at a JV football game." I said, "Who you playing?" He said, "Rockvale." I said, "How's it going?" He said, "Oh, we're winning." So then I called Will Kreisky, and then I'm talking to you. So, Coach, how's it feel to lose a JV game to Kit Hartsfield?
Well, I don't know about that story. I'd rather beat him on a Friday night. I'd rather beat him.
Yeah, I guarantee it. You know,
that's going to be hard to do. They got a pretty good bunch. So,
Coach,
we just making up a JV game that got canceled, so we decided we did tonight. So I'm glad me and Kit was able to work it out.
Coach, when you look at your JV team, even though the score was a little bit lopsided, Kit said, what was some of the things you saw out there that, you know, as you're trying to, you know, and this is the second year for the Rockvale Rockets, and it's important for you as a head coach. Of course, you're going to be there, but you do let somebody else coach that JV and run it themselves. You're not coaching the JV. Somebody else is the head coach of the JV.
Yeah, I've got a couple of guys that head that up. You know, we all help what we do, Stork, and like I said, we had to finish practice today. You know, and then I jumped in a vehicle and ran over here. So, but I got, you know, some very, very good assistant coaches, very capable of, you know, taking the kids and you know, leading them through a game. So. But, you know, as far as our kids and stuff, Coach, as far as our kids and stuff, you know, we've got some good young kids, especially at the outside linebacker position and secondary. I felt like those kids, our main group that is, are pretty good. And, you know, we got a couple of linemen that are pretty decent. That's where we're kind of hurting Stork with this bunch is linemen, offensive and defense. So we got a lot of work to do there. But let me say this: there's potential there, and that's as long as you got potential, you can work with that.
Well, and you've got some numbers. I mean, you feel like you're getting – now, are you getting everything out of – I mean, you and Coach Luker, I mean, y'all ought to be able to get everything you can out of that hallway.
Yeah.
Now, y'all get y'all be
Yeah, I mean, we played 45 kids tonight in a JV game, Stork, and I make sure all of them get to play. I always do that. And, you know, get game-time experience and throw them out there and, you know, just see what they can do. So, yeah, we got numbers. We got, you know, right at 110 kids on varsity. And so and we'll take, you know, we'll take about 50, 51 kids to Clarksville on Friday. We won't take 2 buses because of this COVID mess. So, but anyway, got good numbers and got potential there. So we just gotta work on it. What we gotta do, gotta get these kids, throw them in the weight room and get them stronger, get them faster, and that's what we plan on doing.
How's the freshman ball going?
It's not going bad. It's not going bad. We've got some. I really like that bunch, Stork, and our 8th graders behind it are really good too. So, but our freshman bunch, I mean, we've only played one game. We've had some issues with, you know, the kids being sick and all. So, but we actually got a freshman game tomorrow at Rockvale against Green Hill, the new school out of Mount Juliet. So
good.
Pratt's gonna bring his freshman bunch down. We're gonna play them tomorrow night at 6:00.
Now, you know, the head coach at Green Hill, he was the one.
Josh. He's from Smyrna.
He's the one.
Yeah.
He's the one. He's the one that broke Riverdale's back. He's the one that caught Sonny's pass.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay,
yeah, 2006 playoffs over at Riverdale, when Sonny threw the ball, he threw it to him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know the history of that.
Yes, and that game is.
I have to ask Coach Crouch about that.
That game is on YouTube. That's playoffs. Smyrna versus Riverdale, 2006. Yep, one of the big one. That's when Sonny.
I'll have to look that up.
Sonny gets cocked right there when he lets that thing go, and he caught it and ran into the end zone, and that was only score. That's the only big score of the game. Well, let's move on to your game. Well, Coach Rice, you've lost to Laverne, and then I thought you was going to get this one Friday night, and then you got to win, and then now you're sitting at 1-2. You got to win. You beat Franklin, and now you caught up to Warren County, and talk about that, but. Kids, now listen, because it was right up to the end. Because I thought you had it won, but I'm gonna let Coach Rice take it away. So take it away.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we struggled offensively the whole ball game, and you know, defensively we played really, really well, Stork, and you know, had the Taylor kid at quarterback who's got offered by Mississippi State, and so you know, we kept him in check the whole game, but. players like that are going to make plays when it counts. And he made a play with his arm. He made a play with his arm there with I think 45 seconds to go, and hit a kid on a seam route and made a pretty pass and did right by the receiver. So, but offensively, we took the ball when we needed to go down and score with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go, and to go up 13-12. But we need to learn how to finish on defense. We've played well the last 2 games. We really have scored, but we gave up scores late even against Franklin County. Our offense went down and scored with 25 seconds to go to win it. And then the other night, we just didn't get our offense scored, put us up by 1, and we weren't able to get a stop there. The Taylor kid hit a big pass play. So that was very disappointing. That one hurt right there because that was a region game. It was a home. And so, yeah, that was a tough one to take. And, right now, the story, we could be sitting 3-0 right now.
I know it. I'm not being mean to any of those or taking anything away from those other kids, but I'm saying, when you're talking and you're saying, we did this and do that, that's not being able to finish is certain things of a young new team. It's like playing. It's like playing all sophomores because they don't. I mean, even if they win 1 or 2, they still don't know about winning because they still ain't got their mouth good and busted. And and you know what I mean when you're in there and their eyes are real big, but they're still winning. I mean, one time Coach Shed Owens, we was over at Blackman, I was filming for him, and he had Pearl Cone come in, and oh my gosh, those kids got off the bus in the eye test. Oh my goodness, I mean it was all over. But and you thought, oh, we're going to get killed. Well, by third quarter, disciplined football is hammering Pearl Cone. And they were much bigger than Phillip. But, he held right in there. And like I said, disciplined football wins, And,
it sure does.
And you got to hang in there, don't you?
Yeah. The years I was at Wayne County, there's many times, Stuart, teams had just better athletes than we did and better players. And, the eye test, they walked off the bus was pretty – it was pretty impressive, but we always seem to find a way to win, and that's probably what our problem is right now, Stork, is that we're having a hard time of figuring out how to win, and that's really a big struggle for us right now. And we gotta find a way to get through that, and we gotta find a way to finish ball games.
And the thing about it is, you're not playing. I mean, what we have to understand is these are 15, 14, 16, and 17, 18-year-old kids playing this game, and you're trying to teach them and tell them, and you've had such limited time to just get them where you want them, and to where they're not thinking about the play. You don't want them to think about the play. You want them to go out, get in position, they snap the ball, kid pulls, runs out there and knocks the fire out of the tackle and the linebacker, and you score on a pull play. But when you have to think about it, that play ain't going to go off real well. When a kid has to stop and think about what he's got to do, then you're going to get killed on Friday night, aren't you?
Yeah, it's all about going out and not thinking and just reacting, playing hard and just reacting, and that's more so for defense than it is anything, Stuart. So, but we're going to get there. It just takes a little time, and we're going to get there. We're going to find a way.
Well, you got a team I'm familiar with. I saw them last Friday night, and you're going up to their place, and you're going to play Coach Isaac Shelby in the Clarksville Wildcats, and you got to see some video and everything. Talk to me about what you like about Clarksville.
Well, the quarterback's pretty good. He's a sophomore. He got offered by Kansas last week. Les Miles offered him, and got a big offensive tackle. He's got numerous offers, and they're really sharp on offense. They're really smooth, even though they turned the ball over, I think, 5 times against Stewart's Creek. But they moved the ball. It's just they just turned the ball over, and it just killed them. What it did, drives did. So defensively, they got some guys that can run, especially in the back end and the secondary. So it's a typical Clarksville athletic. Going to be able to make plays on offense, and and put the fast guys on defense, and they're gonna make tackles. So anyway, I like Coach Shelby's bunch. I really do, and really it's a bad matchup for us, Stuart. I hate saying that, but it's a bad matchup for us. So we're gonna find out whether or not we can get it done, especially from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah, they got some big kids. Well, Coach, how are you? Are you busted up, or are you okay?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We've got a couple of injuries, but nothing, nothing that that we can't put people in their place. So I get one of my really good defensive linemen back. Haven't played all year yet. He'll play next week. He won't play this week, but he'll play next week. I'm so glad to get him back. Aiden Falcone. He's a player, so that's going to help tremendously. But other than that, we're in pretty good shape. We are.
Coach, anything else?
No, I'm good, man. Just ready to get on the bus and go to Clarksville.
There you go. You know what? Friday can't get here quick enough. Once you get in this rhythm, you can't wait till game day. You love it. You love it. It's a great time of the year, I tell you. Coach, be careful on the road, and we hope you come. Sir. I hope you're 2-2 after Friday. I was just telling Hartsfield a while ago. It's hard to believe here just in a little bit after Friday night. We're going to have one more left, and we're going to be halfway through the season. So
I know it's going to take. Time just flies by, don't it?
It does. It's zipping. Coach, be careful going to Clarksville and stay safe.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Stuart.
All right, see you. Bye.